Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today it's one of my replays and I'm in the Bismarck, a tier 8 German battleship. I'm on a Tears of Desert and I just scored a citadel, which is pretty amazing. Now this is unfortunately a standard battle, it's a tier 10 battle and it has a carrier. Not that many tier 10s around though, so I guess there is a small upside. So I've decided to stay on this flank and push a little bit south. We have a Chopard here that's very aggressive and I kind of want to back him up, but I don't really want to suicide. Now there is an Austin here and we can look at those shells. The poor Chopard is not in a happy place. So I'm getting shot at from the other flank, which is also a problem. So I gotta be careful with that. I'm now back into concealment. And I have to consider how to handle this, right? Once this Chopard is dead, which is probably going to be soon, I'm gonna be alone here, right? I have a Hipper and an Ignis behind me. But they're probably not going to be very aggressive, and I have my division mate in a destroyer. Now obviously, he will try to support me, but you know, I mean, he won't draw any fire in a destroyer, and we'll just hope to get some torpedo hits there. Now broadside Hindenburg. Let's try this again. So far, I've gotten lucky with my one citadel. Maybe we can get some more. Well, or maybe we just get our usual overpens. Now, the Austin here is also a concern. We all know that an Austin with reload booster can melt basically anything. And I don't especially want to be melted. Okay, so the Akizuki here is spotted, but it's going... Well, yeah, if it torps anything, it's going to torp the Chopard right now. So I want to help the Chopard with the Vanguard, but I don't really have a good shot at the Vanguard, so let's go for the Austin. The Austin is broadside, and the Vanguard... I mean, the Vanguard is very close, but it's angled, right? And the Austin is the biggest threat that I'm facing here, so... Well, I mean, that overpen is not going to help with that. Okay, then. So my division mate has some torpedoes coming in. The Hipper is actually moving up now. So the Chopard has predictably been destroyed. I wonder if the Hipper is going to follow in its footsteps. He saw that just YOLOing in didn't work for a battleship, so he's like, you know what? I can sink too. Okay, I don't know. Maybe he's trying to just push up to this island and then be careful. We will see. I'm certainly a bit careful because, you know, our Ignis is kinda already running away. And I mean, it's a standard battle, right? There isn't really a cap to fight over or something. There's no reason to be overly aggressive. Austin on full broadside. Of course, I mean, I'm a secondary spec Bismarck, so... Well, and I got lucky. That's nice. My accuracy at range is rather questionable. But, you know, sometimes you actually get juicy hit. And oh, the Austin is opening up on me here. And the Cleveland is too. Is that the reload booster? Yes, I'm reversing. He still hasn't figured out quite where to hit me. Oh no, the Austin has acquired the target. No! Just look at my ship. If he hadn't missed like the first half of these shells, like, I think me starting to reverse has thrown him off, and by the time he realized where I was going, he had already wasted quite a few shots. I mean, with that rate of fire, you know, if your aim is a little bit off for like 5 seconds, then, you know, it's probably like 20k damage that it's not going to hit you. But oh my god. I'll have trouble surviving another one of those salvos. Thankfully, my RNG against the Austin has been great. So the Austin is on very low health now. Now I can't shoot him with my primary guns, it looks like, because the island is too high, but my secondaries do have an angle to go over there. Plus the Austin is also healing. Now my secondaries can totally sink the Austin if they can keep getting hits there, but unfortunately Austin is running for cover, and oh nice, the Hipper got the Austin. That's very good, because that means I might even survive for a bit here. Now that leaves the enemy here with a Cleveland and a Hindenburg. I'm not sure where the Akizuki is. But like, I'm not detected right here, so isn't anywhere where he can see me. Considering how he was last seen, he might be in the center trying to top our battleships there. Our Ignis, by the way, that was with us here, has completely abandoned us. It's just me, the Hipper, and, well, my friend in the Kagero. Now, this is where I've decided to push the cleave. So the enemy has also been abandoned by... Well, they don't really have a battleship then. The Lepanto could technically help, but the Lepanto, I think, will sit full broadside in their camp until the end of time. Well, I guess once somebody enters his Deadeye range, I'm sure he'll try to run away. But until that, I don't think he is going to do anything. So let's push the Cleveland, right? If I take care of the Cleveland, it will make it a lot easier for my division mate here. Like the rate of threat has severely limited what my Kagero can do. So we'll see. Now on the other flank, you know, our team is pretty much passively spread out as you would expect. The enemy is blobbing there as you... Well, no surprises here, I suppose. Hey, got one overpen into the Hindenburg, isn't that nice? So I'm almost around to shoot the Cleveland, but somebody else took care of it. Now, Worcester actually, interesting. So, let's push that Hindenburg. Now, the Hindenburg looks like he's going to beach. I mean, you know, I've been in those situations. Sometimes you just don't really watch where you are going, because you're so focused on the enemies behind you. You know, that Hindenburg is pretty much done for now. Hindenburg has 6-kilometer torpedoes, but if I keep going into the direction of the Hindenburg, obviously I could be sailing into them. I assume he has already launched them. I do have a hydro running though, and I'll just... Careful angle there a bit. I have slowed down a little bit, but can I speed up again now that Hindenburg is dead? Right now, there is really nothing stopping me from just pushing their cap, I suppose. You know, it's been rather interesting how successful we were on this flank, considering that we didn't have too many ships. Now everybody is on this flank, and I'm not sure why. Because there is no enemy on this flank anymore. It's like, oftentimes, I feel like a lot of people, they just look at the map where there are the least amount of enemies, and that's where they are going. Because otherwise they would be in a fight, and who would want that, you know? So, the enemy is like pushing forward here, and all of the forces that we had on this side are now following us into already emptied territory. Well, anyway, there is a broadside Bismarck, so let's shoot a broadside Bismarck. Now the Lepanto still hasn't moved. Of course I'm not yet detected, so his Deadeye should be still active. So I guess that's the only thing that will ever get him moving if he loses his Deadeye. Well, we will see. I don't know, like it's happening on the minimap, like he's kinda jumping around there. Do you think like he just has a very bad connection and is lagging? I don't know. So I'm detected right now. Lepanto's Deadeye is no longer active. And... oh, we've just lost him there. Look at that! I think he's moving. I think he is moving. I guess he noticed that. And he's smoking. Of course he's smoking. But, you know, turns out that didn't work. Did he shoot? I mean, who knows. So, secondaries are going for the Lepanto here. Lepanto is very low anyway. Now, meanwhile, the enemy team that's pushing our cap has also been rather decimated. We still have some people defending here, obviously. Our team is a bit weirdly positioned. I mean, I kind of get the Sao here, even. Even the Sao is in A1. I mean, he's kind of flanking those guys. And as a Sao, he doesn't want to be in that close quarters. What they really don't get is all of the ships that ran away from where the enemy was and are now following us here into the territory that has been cleared of enemies. But hey. Oh, hey, we found the carrier. But still shooting the Bismarck, right? We'll deal with that carrier afterwards. Bismarck nicely showing full broadside. Now I can't really citadel him, but I can get some juicy... Well, I could get some juicy penetrations. If RNG was actually... RNG was actually helping there. You know, there are 3 enemies still pushing towards our camp, but none of those guys seems to care. They just wanna sail into the one part of the map where there is nothing to find anymore. Well, anyway. Ooh, is the Bismarck turning towards those torps? Is he going to eat all the fish? Possibly. I could angle a little bit better, but you know, I also wanted to get my secondaries going. And I figured it wouldn't matter at this point. And oh yeah, our defensive was, you know, the Lion, the Sow, and well, my division mate in the Cossack, they actually stayed and protected the camp. Of course, the Lion was a little bit there in the back. But he was pretty close to the camp, right, in order to defend it. And the Sow was basically flanking those guys. And, you know, credit to those guys who actually defended. And, oh, look at that. Now the Ignis is going back. Well, all that remains is, I guess, try to see if I can farm the... Well, try to see if the carrier farms me, I guess. So I should have reinforced my anti-air towards the carrier. Be honest. Somehow I'm shooting down aircraft. I'm not sure how. Obviously that means he's still going to drop me and set me on fire twice. Got the heal going. Really should have reinforced my anti-air there. But that carrier seems to be flying through flank. Maybe he just really likes flank. That's good news. You know what? Actually, let's unlock the camera. It don't give you vertigo while I speed this up. And for now, you'll just see me trying to shoot that carrier at long range, which as a Bismarck is not as easy as it sounds. What will happen? Will we sink the carrier first or will we camp? Well, turns out I got the carrier, and I earned myself 3,139 base experience as a tier 8 in a tier 10 battle. You know, Bismarck still delivers. RNG was with me this one, I feel like, because I did get quite a few citadels, and unfortunately not too many secondary hits, because a lot of the time I just couldn't get into a good brawl, but you know, that's just how it is. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.